good.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. So we're gonna start at 5 past. We're gonna leave the chance for people to drop in and feel welcomed by us. And yeah, how are you today, Roxana? How are you today, Natascha? How are we doing?
I'm doing great. And you?
Very good. Had a very busy day, but now it's live stream time. So, who else is there already? Hello, Swaniland. Welcome back. Great to have you here. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Jill.
So, please tell us where you're watching from. We would love to know where you are, in which country, in which city. So it's always great to know where people are tuning in from. So yeah, just write it in the chat if you want to. Hello, Jill. Great to have you back. Very good. All right. Hello, Bianca. Hello, Gina. Very good. The German crowd is here as well. I see. Hello. Very cool. Portland. Very good. Berlin. Arizona. Oh yeah, don't be surprised. We have like a slight delay in the streaming, so I might answer, or we might answer later than you actually see us or write it in the chat. Yeah. So surprise from Germany. Yeah, so a few Germans here. Very good.
Yes, very nice. From Cologne, Köln. Hello.
Hello. Well, I'm wondering if there's going to be any Arubans. What do you think, Roxana?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I hope so.
Support for you. There's a few more Germans in the world than Arubans, I would say. And a few more Germans than Swiss, in fact.
Yes.
Hi, Martina.
How big is Aruba in terms of citizen?
I think we have like 100,000.
Okay.
It's pretty small.
That's like a big city in Germany, yeah, or medium to big city.
So literally everyone knows everyone, I guess.
Yes, everyone knows everyone. If something happens, it's known pretty fast.
Well, that has advantages and disadvantages, I guess, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that since I'm from a small town, so here everybody knows everybody as well. It's Aruba in Germany. But a bit colder and less beach, unfortunately.
No sandy beaches.
Unfortunately, yeah. But yeah, as with all things, it has advantages and disadvantages, as we talked about.
Yeah, the beaches is one of the advantages of Aruba. Actually, I live like 50 minutes from the beach from every place you can get.
Amazing.
So it's really good.
Yeah. I'm a bit jealous about that, to be honest.
Yes, likewise.
Okay, ladies, what do you think? Should we start officially?
Yeah. What are we gonna do today?
I don't know, Roxana. You tell me. What are we gonna do today?
Improvise.
Exactly.
No, we have an amazing show planned for you, so I'm really sure that people will be absolutely inspired. Yeah. Okay, so again, welcome to everybody. Welcome to the people coming in right now, and welcome to the people that we've already said hello to. And my name is Dagmar, and I'm a certified Notion consultant, and I'm here with my fellow dear colleagues, Roxana and Natascha, who are also certified Notion consultants. And welcome to the Notion stream, where we share with you what you can do with Notion. Our goal is to have fantastic Notion creators on this show and showcase their talent and their creations in Notion and get you as much inspiration as possible for your own workspace and for your own work in Notion. And there's so many amazing people out there. So Natascha, I'm absolutely sure we're never gonna run out of people to interview and people to have on the show. Or what do you think about that?
Yes, I'm really excited by that perspective of that we never run out of it. Maybe we run out of energy of doing so. I don't know. But I'm really excited by this perspective and also by the diversity that comes with it. So I'm really looking forward to bringing people up to the stage and show different setups and show different backgrounds. I love that.
Amazing. Yeah, me too. And that's also the reason why Natascha and me started this project, because also Notion is such an international community and there's such a diverse community, I feel, within Notion and like around Notion, basically all the ambassadors and all the consultants. And we really want to showcase that because we feel there's so much to learn and so much to offer also in terms of cultural exchange, I feel, because we're such a diverse community. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. Okay, but now we're coming on to this episode, this particular episode, and to our very special guest this week. But before we get into that, a tiny little bit of housekeeping. You can ask any question anytime, either directly in the chat, or we have something new this week that we prepared for you also for the times before and after the live streams. We have a tally form set up, and Natascha is gonna insert that into the chat now, the link to that form. That's a tiny little form that you can open in the browser, and you can post your question there, and then it goes directly to the back end of our studio setup, and we can read it. And in this way, no question goes lost basically in the chat if there's a lot going on in the chat, and we can follow the questions more easily. But you can also directly post it in the chat if that is easier for you, whatever you prefer.
But of course, we'd love to have it straight in our Notion.
Yes, of course. As we are Notion geeks.
Yes.
Yeah, and now I would happily like to introduce our special guest today. Her name is Roxana, as I said already, and she's a certified Notion consultant, and she has one great passion that I just love, and that's why I had to put the sentence out to introduce you. And you said you love helping people to find their unique workflow and develop their own management system that best suits them. And I think that is so great, because Notion is perfect for that purpose. And you're also, on top of that, you're a designer, you're a UX designer, you've designed the fantastic Notion avatars that we're using at the moment for the live stream, but also for a lot of other people that are using Notion. And you can actually buy those avatars from Roxana as well if you want to. And I think you're just also a wonderful person. So welcome, and we're very happy to have you on the show, and we're very excited to see your workspace. So welcome, and the stage is yours.
Thank you, and thank you for inviting me and doing such a great introduction. I'm gonna pick this snippet later and put it in my social media account.
Well, I hope you do. Yeah, so the stage is yours. Start presenting whenever you want to and whenever you feel ready. And we're gonna go on. Okay.
All right. So let's improvise. So today I'm gonna show my workspace, how I work, my day-to-day life, work, and also my personal life. So I'm gonna show a few spaces in my workspace, and later you can ask some questions. So this is like my main page. Every morning I come here, and it's divided in 4 sections. It's work, personal life, and stuff. That don't apply to the other three. And the first page that I always click on is the one that says morning. And when I click here, I have like my things that I do first thing I wake up. So drink water, stretch, uh, do my morning habit tracker, which is these ones. So meditation, walk, and also I have like a widget just to see the weather this for today and the current week, and also a time because it's fancy and why not. Also over here, I when I'm done drinking water and everything, I sometimes do yoga and a little bit of hand exercise because I paint as well and I'm on a computer all the time, so I need to stretch just to be safe for carpal tunnel. And when I'm done here, so the second page that I always come is I call it flow, um, and it's where I mostly do my work. And this page is only gonna show one. I have the navigation bar here. I haven't replaced it with the sync block because I don't like because I use it all the time and I don't like the hover effect of it, so that's why I just keep it the old one. And here I can see my today's task. So prepare for this live stream, the live stream that is done. And I also have my again my diary, my things that I need to do throughout the day. And this is where I mostly spend my time off. I'm a very I like to see everything. I think I'm one of the few people that don't like toggles. So uh, I like to see everything precisely. Uh, a few information, the important information, and have specific page for every action. So this is the where I spend most of my time, and then when I finish my task, then I can come here and I can replace it to see the task coming up for this week if I need to, or tasks that have not been done. And right here, what you can see is if I open, if you, I work a lot with um, formulas. So these formulas tell me a lot. One is telling me um, the project, so what's this task is related to in the client, and it's also telling me based on these icons that you see here, what section of my workspace it belongs to. So for example, the token icon here, it's meant for my event workspace. The rocket right here is for my CRM workspace. The star over here is for my OKRs or goals workspace, and over here is for my, it's coming from my social media workspace. And then if I open the task, for example, prep for live stream, I have these main properties in the database. And I also, since I like to use a lot of colors and icons, I have custom templates which are kind of empty, but I like to organize them based on color and based on actions. So for example, this is from home, design, development, management, etc. So every time I click, I know what the task is about without even clicking on the whole page. So here is like my main formula that is telling me everything. And if I open this with all the properties, you're gonna see my task database is like the center of all my workspace where everything is connected. So here you can see the projects, the OKR, events, CRM, social media, learning, etc. And then based on if it's failed events, uh, this this property, this roll up from this relation database will show up, and it will show me the task overall summary. So if I come here, for example, for my CRM, if I go down here, it will show the roll up from my CRM, and based on a formula that I made, it's gonna show the specific section of my workspace. That way I can have different spaces in my workspace with different properties, and don't have like a project database with all the events, CRM or social media properties that I will need to use. So most of these things I don't need. It's just for this specific formula. uh, and then a few others. For example, later I'm gonna show my project database, and I have like, if I want to see if the task doesn't have a deadline, I want in my show in my project database, so I can see that this task doesn't have a deadline, if it's past due, and then how many days are left for this project, for this task. So that's how I structure my Notion workspace, divided in sections, databases, and then merging everything in my task database, and then using a formula to showcase only the one that is available. So for example, if I have my CRM, and then I say from my CRM, I have to make another task, the formula, it's gonna tell me, no, you cannot have two a project from the CRM and a project from the for the project itself. So you have to pick one. So that keep me focused and keeping everything intact. And so for me over here, I can see everything. The other thing that I focus is on my, when I get Notion sales for my avatars, I have this database connected with Tally. So when someone buys Notion avatar, it will come here, so I can see that I have to finish this Notion avatar between 3 days. And my client hotline, which I'm currently building right now. And then if I finish here, which is where I'm mostly gonna be, when I finish here, then I can come here and see more information about my workspace and other upcoming projects. So for example, I like to keep like a holiday from all around upcoming holiday, just to stay in the loop of what's happening, if I have to do a project around that holiday, or have to prepare for social media, or etc. So here I can see, and I have this formula. So based on a date property, it's showing me how many days are left for the specific event. So for example, I have year, team, and then I have family dates. So like my mom's birthday, and a year, team, Labor Day, and Halloween. And I have it filtered because if I go default, I'm gonna see all these tasks over here, all these, and I don't want to see most of them. So I have a formula that says show, and it's only gonna show me the upcoming events throughout 90 days. Like this, and everything clean. And then there is my project database. So when I'm done with my task, if I need to see something and check my upcoming projects, then I will come here. Just a quick tip, everything is here is fake information. I actually have a filter throughout my old workspace called show, just to showcase how my workspace works. I wish I had a client, Adobe or Wacom. If someone from that company sees this, you can hit me up with a call. So here I have like all the projects, my upcoming projects, in a timeline view. And from here, I can see the name of the project, the client, and I also have, again, a formula telling me everything without clicking on the page itself. So this formula here it's telling me a few things. So when is the deadline of the project? How many tasks are inside the project? How many tasks are done? And some of the projects, maybe if a project is blocked because the project is on hold, it will show me this because it's based on a few properties over here. Let me hide a few things. This is like my main properties that I mess around with. So it's gonna tell me the client, project, the start and deadline, and the state, and if the project is on hold. And I can show you the properties, but these are only like just roll-ups and relation property just to do my overall formula. That's like an overview of how the project is doing without me clicking on it. So here, because I put the project as on a whole, then the formula changes from the block here. There's also a few other icons that is telling me how this project is doing. For example, so I said that these are the tasks that are done. These are the overall tasks. And this icon is telling me that inside this project, 2 tasks don't have deadlines. And this icon is telling me that 1 task has passed his deadline. So if I open this, for example, you're gonna see how my project is structured. My project always begin with my CRM that I can touch base later. But here you can see all my tasks and my meeting notes if I have and my docs. And here, like I said, if a task is passed due, it will show me that icon. And if the task don't have deadline, it will tell me that they don't have deadline. So I can see this and take action. For example, this one as well. I can see that some of these tasks don't have deadline, but I can I don't have to worry because the deadline is a few like 3 months away. So I can do that. And I have also returned projects, some more personal. And if a project doesn't have a deadline, it will show me this sign that to fill the deadline. And if a project is past the deadline, it will show me min 15 days. So I can from this see from afar how my clients are and what I need to pay attention to without clicking. And then if I need to see more information, like what's coming up in the coming weeks related to my task, I will have the task here for the coming week. So I can see everything over here. Over here, I will have, again, my project database, and it will show me the projects that are on hold. And here I will have like my personal projects that I work with. And here I will have like all the companies that I'm currently working with. So right now I only have Adobe and Wacom. And here I can see like how many projects I'm working with that company. If it's 1, if it's 2, if it's more. It's usually 1, but just for me to see it from here. And my OKRs should be around here. And also my potential leads, my potential clients, so my CRM over here, and in what stage the potential clients are. And over here, at the end, I have like my events that I like to, if it's a live stream or it's a personal event or something else related, for example, Dagmar and Natascha, this live stream. So I made like a page for this. So here I can see like the tasks that I had to do to prepare, the agenda, etc. Or I have like personal events that I just like to watch. So this is like a rap battle from Red Bull that I watch like for the past three years that I really enjoy. So I just keep track of the upcoming dates so I can watch the event. So this is like my main page where I spend most of my time, and I spend it right over here only just to see the tasks that are today I don't like to see other tasks from the upcoming weeks or upcoming project. But when I'm done with all my tasks for today, I can come just here and have an overview from everything. And how and like I said, everything so I have my project database right here, and my projects usually began through my CRM. So if I come here and I click on the CRM, so this is like my where I usually spend most of a lot of my time, but it's mostly on the flow page, and this is some time that I keep watch every day. Um, so here I have like my potential clients, and I have like the stage of where every client is, if it's in the initial contract, the discovery, present a contract on hold, if I want the client, if I lost it. And again, with formulas, I can see the name of the client, um, where the client is coming from, if it's fund trader, referral, or online event networking over here. And I can see like the potential revenue of the potential client. And then if I come over here and I click here, I have these these views that I always like to just to keep track of what I'm doing good and what I can improve. And when I click on these, it will switch the database view. So for now, I'm seeing like all the potential clients. If I click in the one, I can see all the clients that I have won. If I click in the source, I can see where all the potential clients are coming from. And if I click feedback, I can see the things that I wrote that could be improved. I have other views over here, but I didn't want to do all of them because I'm gonna delete this later. And so my CRM is composed like this. When you click on one of the pages, then you will have more information of the potential lead. So when I connected, when the deal was closed, the value, the client, the source, where it's coming from, the state. And I also have like a pitch. So I send a client a proposal of a pitch and my task, that my task database and all the upcoming tasks that I need to do for this client, which will also be in my flow page. It will also be in my flow page, but if I come right here, I can see only the tasks related to my CRM as well. So like I said, I like to make pages very specific for very specific uses. So here I only have the task for the CRM, and I have another database that is showing me the type of services. So for example, Notion Workspace, this one, the show, and other services. And when I click, and again, I have formula, so I don't have to actually click on the page to see the information. And the formula is just telling me how many clients have won, how many are lost, how many are active in the overall clients. So if I click over one of these, for example, the one that's show, it's gonna bring up my CRM right here, and it's gonna filter it like potential leads, like active leads right now, the deals that I have won, and how was it, and when was it won, that lead to nothing, and the lost deals. And that, and over here I have like my proposal of pitch that I send to clients. So for example, if I come here in the Adobe one with fake information, I can expand this, and I can see all the tasks that lead to this client closing, and also the proposal that I send to this client, which is also a Notion page, just making it more personal. So the name of the client and all what I can do and everything over here. And I also like the timeline of the project and to contact me. So this is how mostly my typical work begins. It begins through my CRM, then it goes into my flow, which are my project and tasks over here. And that's about it. That's how mostly this my side of work. Um, these two pages are the one that I use most of the time, and also my where I keep like everything related with the company. So quick access, my general equip, vacation notes, etc. over here. And after that, I have also my personal space in Notion. So, for example, I have like my learning space and my library space. So when I like to read. So when I click here, I can see the book that I'm currently reading, what book I'm gonna buy next, and what book I'm gonna read next, and what book I'm gonna buy. I'm currently reading this book uh, from a book club that I joined recently. And over here, I can see based on so I like to use a lot of formulas and also a lot of filters. So as you can see here, this is like the same database, but it's being filtered to see different information. And here I'm using it again just to see, again, different information, my favorite books, the books that I lent, and over here, all the books that I have. So one of my hacks, I would say that how I use Notion is heavy on formulas, so I can see everything and don't click inside the page, and filters. That's about it. And the other space is my learning space, so where it's like more my personal one, where I have like the current topic that I want to learn and the current like upcoming courses that I'm taking. For example, this one where I can see all the things that I learned, the flashcards and everything. And over here, if I go then down here, so this is like, and one thing that I always like to do is keep every vital information at the top of the page. So to see the information that I'm looking for, and then below, then I will see all the rest of the information if I want to. So this is like the same database here with the information that mostly I would like to see. And then there's the other ones divided by things that I learned. So the community that I joined, my software, the subjects that I want to learn, etc. And then based on the type of pages, the design is different. So for example, a subject, OKR will have like just a text information on what it is when I was learning what OKRs were and the relevant information over here. Or if I'm learning like a new software, I will just come here and I will have like tips and tricks on how to use the software and maybe the plugins that I buy for that software. Also in my learning space, I have like my courses that I tell you, and also like I call it my free market. So where I have all my courses. And this design is more playful. If you know my flow page and also my CRM, it's more straight to the point. No, doesn't have much design because I don't like to be distracted. But this one, I'm learning, and so I make it enjoyable for me. And so here, I can see like my current course that I'm taking. Sad because I'm spending a lot of money. And here are the courses that I got, are the ones I haven't started yet, the ones I'm taking again, the ones that I want to buy. And over here, I can see the same database, but only the ones completed. And inside each of the completed ones, I have information about the current course. So that's how I use my Notion. So I use it mostly for my work, but also for my personal life. I have other spaces like my finances, my family, and other things. but my main focus is my morning, my flow, my CRM, and then my night when at the end of the day I come here, and it's the same kind of design as the one of the morning, but I can check out these boxes right here in my diary and just how the day went. It was cool, or what I ate, or if I ate something at night. And then if I want to do like stretch my hands or do a little bit of yoga before I go to bed. And that's about it. That's how I use my workspace.
Thank you so much for showing us, Roxana. That was really, really cool. Thank you so much. Thank you. I got very much inspiration about you using the emoticons as your routines. Like, that is such a simple way of doing it and such a clever way, I think, of doing it. So let's see if there's any questions that are referring to your workspace in the chat. So I'm not sure if there's a question referring to something that you're supposed to show. I think I'm going to bring Natascha back on screen. Wait a second. Okay.
Yeah. Hello again. I had a question for Roxana. When I looked at your timeline view and how you organize your tasks and projects, the timeline view is rather a new feature. How do you like the timeline view over something else? Because I personally hardly ever use the timeline view. So I wanted to know your point of view.
I was one of, like, that's the only function I found for the timeline view, the project and the upcoming events. For the rest, I don't use it a lot as well. I was one of, like, I'm not gonna use this, but then I like, oh, I can use it for this and this, and then that's how it started.
Okay. Yeah. And Dagmar, do you use the timeline view?
I do, but scarcely. I use it for, I think, two purposes. One is my active project. So I have an overview for my active projects, not for the one in the future, because then I would be constantly pushing around things because things are constantly changing for me, and it would just be a hassle. So it's just the 5 to 7 projects that are active in my workspace. And then I use it another time for my courses and my course planning, courses that I take, for example, online courses, because I find it helpful to see, like, how long is the course in the future and when do I have space for the next one. So that's the two uses. Yeah. But I'm still playing around with it. I mean, there might be more uses in the future. We'll see. Yeah. Okay,
I've seen some more questions. Sorry, and I've put them in the chat. And I've seen an overlap that questions wanted to know, Roxana, how long did it take you to build this?
Actually,
I think you started yesterday, right?
I was cleaning out my workspace just for this live stream. No, but actually, I had it since the beginning, and since I started using Notion. I actually took when I switched from Asana to Notion, I actually went all in on Notion and spent a whole lot of time on YouTube watching tutorials and everything, and actually thought of my system on how to build it. And when it was done, I think it took me like 2 to 3 months watching Danny's videos and other people's resource or how they build, and I just started taking a little piece of everything and combining on my own. And when that was done, I think it was about 3 months of intense Notion usage. But when it was done, it was done. Like, I didn't change it for till now, like till last month with the API, and actually because Ben helped me with a formula with my overall project. He did a few things, and we're like, okay, it's time to change the workspace. But I didn't actually change the structure. So because if you see my first appearance with Danny, it's the same structure that I have right now. It's only, I think the properties have changed, and I have added like most people, more properties and more relations.
Yes, I think the relation building and rolling things up, that comes over time. So
Yeah,
when some time wise, when did you discover Notion?
I think it was last year around May or February.
Wow, so you became certified really fast. Like really fast. Well done, seriously, because we all know it's not easy to get certified. For all those people out there, it's not something that you get as a, thrown over to you.
Yeah, yeah, the thing is, like, when I found Notion and I saw like the potential it had, and I was using Asana, which I was kind of hating at that point. I actually I call it invest in myself, and actually invested on the tool and actually learn about the tool to actually have the maximum potential. And don't keep change. I'm one of those person that when I have something that works, I don't change it for a long time. I have done that with Asana, that I have had it for a couple of years, and Evernote I had been using it for like 10 years or so. So it's very rare that I change from tool, and when I change, I just go really deep in a few months to actually build the whole structure and then leave it like that if it works. If there's something comes up that will make my workspace really great, for example, the API right now, which I think it will change my workspace a little bit, but I think the structure is gonna stay the same. Like I had this structure since the beginning, and I don't plan on changing it because it works for me. Like I said,
Yeah,
So you
same
moved
for
over
me.
from you said from Asana. Do you also know other tools such as Taskade or Obsidian? Have you tried with or worked with them?
Yeah, that was a question from Mark.
uh,
Thank you, Mark.
I have tried Obsidian and I have tried Coda, but like I said, I try it for a little while, but I don't spend a lot of time on it or already, because I already invested my time in Notion. I already know how everything works. That I don't if it's not like a really pinpoint that is really driving me nuts on Notion, that I need to look for another tool because this is not working. I'm not gonna look for another one because it's kind of like waste of time. I say that I can spend on other things, and I like to be really mindful with my time.
Well, there's a good follow-up question from Mark actually about this. So he's asking, do you give yourself a cut of time so you're working more than editing Notion, which is a challenge for all of us, I guess.
Yeah, when you like to
Yeah,
tinker.
yeah. Like I said, I one of those person that don't edit Notion a lot. Like I think this month I changed it because of the API and Ben helped me, but between that I didn't change it for a couple of months. So I don't change it every week or every month. For me it works. Everything is in the place. I can see everything from afar, so I don't
And
have to
you
change it.
and you've been referring to Ben for the people who are not Notion ambassadors or know Ben yet. Can you mention quickly a bit more about Ben?
So
Everyone knows
Ben,
Ben, come on.
The elephant in the room.
so Ben is also a Notion ambassador. I call him 007 because every time I have a problem, I just go, "Hey Ben, can you fix this formula for me?" So he is typical the person that I come to, and he also have a great website with all resources to Notion, where it is where I learned to use Notion, and also from Danny's website that he has. Those two places where I actually learn how to use Notion, Ben and Danny. So
Yeah, I just inserted a link in the chat for anyone that is interested in visiting Ben's website. He's a great person as well. He's very funny and
yeah,
nice,
yeah,
nice to be around, and always helpful with any kind of formula problems, for example.
yeah, yeah. If he cannot do it, it cannot be done.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one thing that I learned tonight is that I definitely need to step up my formula game. Oh, so apparently we have a problem with the live stream because my guests left me unexpectedly. I'm not sure if you can still hear me. Perhaps you can write something in the chat if you can still hear me. I think they got kicked out because of some reason. Wait a second. Natascha is back again.
Schnell.
Okay. So, Natascha.
Yeah, very odd. If Roxana sees that, just click on the camera item icon on the top left corner again, and then you will reappear. Yeah, that's really strange.
Yeah, you just got kicked out. We didn't have that problem before.
I didn't touch it.
It happens.
Yes.
It happens. And she's in the chat. Hi, Roxana in the chat. Well, Roxana, you're welcome to join us again if you want to. I hope it does work out. But is there any general questions that we can answer in the meantime?
Yes, let's look at. I'm looking at the other questions.
Okay. Jill is writing, Dagmar, you're coming back now. I'm probably reading that too late. Okay, so there might have been an interruption to my connection. That might have been the problem. Yeah, okay, I have to look into this after the stream. So any questions from you that you want to have answered, then just post them in the chat or to Tally, and we're going to be happy to answer them. And we're going to wait for Roxana.
I've seen a question from Gina. How did you add the link views, for example, for the Win overview, I think, as a link above the actual database? And I think, correct me, Gina, if I'm wrong, you are referring to these links that you can click on, right? And the way you do is that you can put any letters, words, or emojis there, and click or activate them and put there a link onto it, over it, as if you would hyperlink an emoji, and that helps you to quickly jump within your Notion. And you can copy the link to a particular filter view so that you get straight away that perspective. Welcome back.
Hello. Come back. Yeah, sorry that you got kicked out. I guess that was a connection problem. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
So, Gina, did that answer your question? I hope it did.
She said right. That's what I see in the chat.
That could be counted as a general agreement.
Yes. Let's assume so. Positive.
So, are there any more questions from the chat? Otherwise, I'd have questions for Roxana.
Okay.
If there's no more questions from other people. So what I think is interesting for people to know in general is, how was that journey from, you told us before, like you discovered Notion actually not that long ago, actually not that much before me, to be honest. And how was your journey to becoming a Notion consultant? How did you get the idea? What did you do? How did you get your first clients? Like, how did that work out for you?
Okay, so my story is kind of funny because I wasn't actually looking to be a Notion consultant. So around, I think it was May or February, where I started using Notion. Like I said, I got really addicted to it because I wanted to really put everything organized, and I started following Danny Hatcher Livestream, and then I became good friends with them and the other people in the live stream. And one day he said he asked me to come up to the live stream and show what I have built. I think that was around 2 to 3 months, me knowing Notion and working on my space. And when he invited me to show my workspace in his live stream, after that, after the live stream ended, I got a message via LinkedIn from someone asking me if I can build something from him based on the workspace that I had. So that's how it started. I was like, oh, you can get paid for this. That was my first client. And then I got a few other referrals, and I actually wasn't very active on finding clients because I had a full-time job. So I started kind of on the side and see if this could work. And I think I became really very active on social media, on Twitter, just added my whole journey via Twitter. I have like a Twitter tail in my website where I have like every tweet embedded my Notion journey, so you can read it. It's
Oh,
really,
that's cool.
it's
That's
really
very cool.
funny.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then when that, so Danny, the live stream, and Danny actually pushed me to be doing consulting. And later, when I was like, okay, let's see how this goes. I actually built my website, NotionFlows, and after I launched that, what's his name? I forget the Notion
No worries.
Consulting.
Describe him.
It's not
Notion
Ben, I assume.
VIP. I know Notion VIP.
Oh yeah, William.
Oh yeah,
William,
Melt.
yes.
Yeah, yeah,
How can I
yeah.
forget? So William
No
messaged
worries.
me via Twitter DM, and he asked me if I wanted to join the program. So I applied for the Notion consultant, and on December I was approved. And then I quit my job and started doing this.
Well done. Yeah, really well done. Yeah. So it's funny, right? How every one of us started out as like dabbling around a bit and thinking like, you can actually earn money doing this? Like this is
Yeah.
so easy. How can you earn money with this? Or at least that was what I was thinking. Like this is, for me, it feels like playing when I build a Notion workspace. I mean, not all the time, and there's tedious things that I don't like, but most of the time it feels like playing.
Yeah, for me as well. And also it's very similar to the work that I was doing, UX UI design. So because I had to actually design websites, app, and workspaces, dashboards. So it's actually like the same thing because I'm always thinking of the user, how they work. So actually implement a design of a build for them. So it's like it was kind of the same thing that I was doing already. And I took some principle from UX design to my consultant business, which I think has helped me.
Wow, that's really interesting because I wouldn't have seen it as so similar, but it makes sense that the processes behind it are kind of the same. Yeah, now that I think about it. Yeah. So you could apply a lot from your former job basically, and
Yeah,
and put
exactly.
it there. Okay. Fantastic. And you have a really new exciting project that you can tell everyone about. I'm gonna spoiler it. No, you go on and tell everyone. Yeah.
All right. So I'm actually building like a directory / community, everything related with Notion. So I'm gonna share my screen right now. And
wait a second. I need a second. Yeah.
So I call it the Notion block, and it's
Dagmar.
template. I wanted to take a different approach. I wanted to see all the businesses or all the apps that were being created around Notion, and I want to actually document everything surrounded it. So you will have like it's a work in progress, so you can go and give me feedback. But the main focus is I want people to suggest tools that are like native integration with Notion, of automated website that Notion is available, web extension, marketplaces, form builders, etc. So it's not gonna be focused on templates. It's gonna be focused more broadly of the things you can do with Notion and with other tools, because I think Notion is like the information hub, like the glue, similar to Zapier, that it's connected to every other tool. I think that for Notion, on a information hub kind of view. So I wanted to create this where people can find all things that you can connect with Notion, like plugins, save Notion, web builders, everything, and also the community. So if you are new to Notion, you can just come here and see what communities are building around Notion. And also the upcoming events. A few upcoming events, you can click here to see. It's a work in progress right now. I think at the end of the month, I might actually do an official launch, but people can go to the Notion blog right now and see how everything is currently working. And so the main idea, like I said, is actually linking every tools, but actually documenting everything. So my idea is, so when someone clicks here, they will see like all the information specifically to this tool and how it will work with Notion. I haven't finished it yet, so I'm in the part of filling out the information, like how can you connect Tally with Notion, what are the advantages, etc., and the link to Notion, and if it's a free plan of a month subscription, etc. I also have like like I said, I'm documenting my process. So I actually build like a custom story, so people can see like all the things that I'm doing. So I'm setting up goals, building everything in Tally. So the process of making all this, so for people to see. And also, if you're watching this and I still haven't launched because I have like 2 more weeks, you can actually come here in the About page and see all the tasks that I need to do. And you can actually comment and give me ideas. And you can help me as well. Are you coming? You can help me as well to submit an event that you're doing with around Notion, or suggest a tool that you think might be a good fit with this website. And that's about it. That's the Notion blog. So everything related to Notion, so people can come and share and just connect with the community.
That is so amazing. I can't wait for it to be finished, and I'll definitely Natascha, we definitely are gonna input our events for the Notion Scream there, and it's a very cool project. I have the link here again, so if you want to note that down, and it's also, I'm gonna quickly insert it into the chat as well, and it's also in the video description below the live stream if you want to see it. Amazing. Great.
I love your selection of gifts, Roxana, and I think you should create a separate resource hub just for that. And sell the resource hub.
I'd have a nice addition for that. Wait a second. What do you think of that?
Yeah, gift for me it's like another language right now. I use it all the
time. Or I'd have different ones, like there's a lot where this is coming from. And don't blame me. This is all Natascha's work. So I'm completely innocent here.
Yes, we played around with this software here. But yeah, like I said, you guys can come. You can actually go to the website and suggest tools. If you have a tool that you don't see around the website, it would be really cool to help me, because I'm only one person. So I'm actually going to share it after this and see if people actually fill in some information so I can do other things in between.
So how can people contact you if they want to write your message, or if they want to get in touch with you?
So you can find me on my website that it's called NotionFlows.com, and also around Twitter, which is the social media that I use most of the time. So if you DM me via Twitter, you mostly will find a response. So on Twitter is NotionFlows, and those are the two ways for you that you can find me.
Okay, I put that in the chat as well. I put the Twitter link in there before, so people should be able to find it. Okay, so did I miss any of the questions, Natascha? Do we have any other open?
As for the one we have received by the form, I think we haven't missed. And I've been watching this chat. I don't think we've missed someone. And in case we have, please put it in there again.
But yeah, please.
I've been watching it like a hawk.
To be honest, I find it still quite overwhelming to manage all the different screens, to watch the chat and to watch the presentation and to think of my next question. So please forgive me if I oversee a question in the chat. I'm really happy to have Natascha. as a co-host, because I, to be honest, find it quite overwhelming to do a live stream entirely on your own. I don't know how Danny and Ben do that. I don't know. I'm not the multitasking person. Definitely not.
Yeah, it's quite challenging. I agree, and I think that's really great why we do it together, Dagmar. So
absolutely. I mean, there's many reasons, but the
more people, the merrier, I think.
Yes, and the fun, the crack, as the Irish say, the crack is mighty. All the time.
Maybe someone in the chat or some of our viewers have already a 2 suggestion, so that this way we could close it. What do you think?
Yes.
Have we missed something so that we can put it into or onto the Notion blog?
We'll give them a second to, if there's something coming up still. And in the meantime, when we're waiting on that, I can already feature the date of the next stream. I have that prepared here. So that's the July 28th at 7 p.m. as today, and also in English as today. And that's going to be at Natascha's channel. And we're going to have another amazing guest from the Notion community. I don't know, Natascha, do you want to showcase a spoiler already, or do you want to keep it a secret?
No, I think we can give a quick intro. We will have Ellen van der Vee from Belgium. She speaks Dutch, and what I really like about featuring her is that she has found a really specific niche with Notion in her language space, and of course the stream will be in English because my Dutch doesn't live up to anything. Maybe Roxana could take that.
Ik kan het praten, maar niet veel.
Even with my Swiss German, I didn't get that. So no cross-referencing. So she has built her own Notion business, and I think because she's so niche down, we don't see much of her in the Notion ambassador community because she is so focused on the Dutch language. And I wanted to invite her so that we see a bit more about her, and I'm really curious because she really rocks Instagram marketing. So
yeah, like her Instagram is on point, like really, really good.
Okay, I have to have a look.
It's really good.
Yeah, and she's also part of the Notion Nets, like we all are. I wanted to mention that actually before. Yeah, we're all part of the Notion Nets. So if you don't know the Notion Nets project, then check it out. It's definitely worth checking it out if you're interested in Notion, because it's the first kind of lifestyle magazine completely done within Notion, and Roxana did the amazing avatars for all the ladies that are involved in Notion. Ladies only for the Notionettes.
And front covers, by the way.
So and the front
really
covers.
Cool front covers.
Really amazing front covers and graphics. So it's really worth checking out also for great content, for great articles. So if you don't know that already, check it out. Okay, so the last thing to say is, please, if you liked the stream, if you like this format where we showcase different Notion creators and show you what's possible with Notion, then please like the video below and share it with your friends if you found it very valuable, if you have gotten some insight and some inspiration from that. As I said, the next stream is on July the 28th. And any last words, ladies?
Thank you for having me. It was really fun doing this. I really enjoy it, and I will keep coming back. I think I'm gonna be a regular user. If you start talking German, not so much, but
well, we can try in Dutch. I'm gonna say every 5th word, and Natascha is gonna say the other words. That might
I do my best. I try.
And then we're gonna have Bas over as a co-host or something like that.
Yes, and since we are Europeans, we thought we want to have this stream bilingual because Dagmar and I are covering the German-speaking markets, and there's so many content available in English, and I thought it would be nice or complementary to also switch once in a while to German as well to accommodate a native German speaker. So,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's great to have both. I'm really enjoying to do this in English actually because my other Notion work is so focused around German. But I love the English Notion community and the ambassador community and everything. But yeah, like it's great to have both, I think. All right. So I think we're gonna wrap it up. 6 minutes late. I think that was almost German punctuality, I would say.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being our guest today, Roxana. I really enjoyed
Yes,
your
thank you.
presentation. I got lots of inspiration out of it. And yeah, hopefully see you in 2 weeks for the next episode on Natascha's channel. You're gonna find all the links and all the information then on Twitter and on all the other social media channels and obviously on our YouTube channels.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay.
So thank you.
Bye.
Bye everyone. Bye, internet.
Everyone in the chat. Bye.